College. Let's see about the topic. What is a global variable now? The definition says a variable declared outside of a function is known as a global variable. Let's see the syntax now. The syntax is data type and variable name. For example, we can write int g. Let us assume that now g is a global variable. And the normal practice is it is usually declared before the main function, that is in the top of the program. Let's see the rules for framing the global variable now. The first rule again says that the global variable is defined outside of the main function so that it is visible within the main function as well as other functions defined for the program. And the second rule says that the redeclaration or redefinition of global variable is not permitted in the C language. The third rule says that it should be initialized with a constant value. Now let us understand the two important terms, scope and lifetime of a variable. These two are very important terms. First one is the scope of a variable. The scope of a variable determines the parts of a program in which a variable is accessible. Here, the scope of the global variable is throughout the program. That is, it can be accessed inside the memory as well as any other functions defined for the program. The next term is lifetime. The lifetime refers to the period during which a variable retains a value during the execution of the program. Here, the lifetime of the global variable is throughout the program. That is, the memory for the global variable is allocated when the program execution is started and it becomes invalid when the program after finishing the execution of the program. Now, let us understand the usage of global variable with the first program now. The first program, here the aim of the program is to display the value of a global variable. For that, we are going to declare a global variable called A and we are assigning with the value 100. How I am saying that A is a global variable now? Because it is declared before the main function. So that it is a global variable. And let me again repeat now, so that now we can access this value inside the main function as well as the other programs inside the program. As well as other functions we are using inside the program. So the program execution begins here. Inside the main, the first statement is the printf statement. In the printf statement we are writing the line, printing in main is the A value we are printing. So that we will get the output, printing in main is. So, printing in main is A, so the value of A is 100, so that we will get the output as printing in main is 100. The next line is the function calling statement. When the compiler encounters this statement, then the control will be immediately transferred to this particular function. Here the name of the function is F.U.N. Inside the function also we are having a printf statement. Inside the printf statement we are writing printing in function is, again we are printing the value of A here. What is A? A is a global variable. So again we will get the output as printing in function is, the value of A will be coming in the output. So let's see the next example program now. The next example program also aims to display the value of a global variable. Here the name of the global variable is X. Here the global variable X is taking the value 100. Afterwards we are writing X is equal to 200 and the program execution starts here inside the main. Here we are having the printf statement. Inside the printf statement we are writing answers equal to, we are writing the value of X. So we wish to display the value of the X value now. So that's all the program, and what will be the output of the program? Here inside the program there is only one printf statement. There we are printing the value of X. But in the output we are having an error message. Why we are getting an error message in the program? Because already we have studied in the rule number 2 that the redeclaration or redefinition of global variable is not permitted. Here in this program, we have already declared x is equal to 100. Then immediately we are writing x is equal to 200. So it is not possible. The redeclaration of the global variable is not permitted in the language, so that we are getting the error message. Now comes to the advantage part of global variable. When the user needs to use the same data all over the program again and again, at that time the user can use the global variable. It will be an advantageous one. And the disadvantage point of global variable is that when we use more number of global variables, then what will happen? The memory will be allocated for all these global variables. They stay in the memory until the execution of the program is completed. This may trigger the issue of out of memory order, so that too many declarations of global variables are asked to be avoided. The final one is the key point of the global variable. The memory of the global variable is allocated within the data segment of the program instead of using C stack. That's all. Thank you.